Hello everyone, it's Nova. I want to show you guys today 15 cozy fall decks out of my collection. My intention is to make a very short video, as short as possible. The first one is the Golden Light Oracle by Aniel Reed. This is an indie deck. Her company is called Magic and Mediums. I will put the name of her deck in the description box and you guys can check it out for yourself. This is the inside of the box. This deck is very high quality. It has a gorgeous colored guidebook, as you see, and it's written very well. It is in linen, in a very high quality linen. Also the gilding is very high quality. These are the gorgeous backs, and look at these gorgeous cards. So this deck has autumn vibes, for me at least. Not only that, but also very cozy. It has a really good, very well balanced keywords: coronation, kindness, celebrate, baptism, let go. As you see, I don't know if you experience these decks the same way as I do, but to me this is very cozy and very autumn. Cozy is a feeling, right? I mean, most of the depictions of the deck have fall vibes. This deck reads very well. I have it for the past 3 years. I bought it when it was released and I am super happy with it. So this was the first deck. The second one is a gorgeous mass market Marseille deck. This was published by US Games, by Leonard Jim Narciso, and this is a mini deck. So these are the gorgeous packs, and I've edged it myself, as you see. Look at this gorgeous Marseille. So because of its color palette, and more than that, it's more than the color palette. There are many factors that are involved in making a deck feel cozy, right? This deck has all of those factors. This deck always comes out in the autumn, especially the beginning of autumn. And it reads so well because of the expressions in the faces. The faces are very expressive. Also because it is a mini deck, because it's in a tin, it has all the cozy factors. I have many fall decks. Fall is my favorite season of the year, but I have categorized them. I have cozy fall decks, I have dark fall decks, I have witchy fall decks, and I have spooky fall decks, and I'm going to show you all of them in different videos. So basically this is going to be like a little series. So this was the second one. The third deck is the Seed and Sickle Oracle deck by Fez Inkwright, and this deck was created by Liminal 11. It has 2 guidebooks, so it's a mass market deck. You've probably seen it before. I've edged mine. Look at the backs. So this deck basically shows you all the seasons, but for some reason, to me this is an autumn deck, and I only bring it out in autumn. I am super seasonal with my decks. Like, I feel a season in most of my decks. I also feel the cozy factor very much in this one. Look at this. Such a good deck, this. And you have these 2 guidebooks because one of them is for the morning messages and the other one is for evening messages, dawn and dusk, as you see. Some people don't like the cardstock on this one. I do like it because it's matte and it shuffles well, and it has the right thickness. I love this one. Cornflower, buttercup. So here, this one is the Dawn guidebook, and this one is the Dusk guidebook. Look how beautiful the guidebooks are. I have this one for about 3 years, and I love it. I've done many readings with it. Number 4, Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle by Terry Foss. And this was published by US Games about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. This deck was first indie. I don't have the indie version. I bought the mass market version the moment it was released. I have done the edging myself with a silver Sharpie. These are the gorgeous backs. Look how cozy this deck is. Again, I can only use this deck in fall. The fall vibes are very strong in this one, as you see. Gorgeous, gorgeous deck. Rejoice, manifest, divinity, infinity, nurture, mystical, wisdom, wish, purposeful. The guidebook is good too. And it has many cards. How many cards does it have? Why don't they mention it on the box? It has more than your usual standard oracle deck. 55 cards. Next one is Self-Care Wisdom Cards, a 52 card deck by Cheryl Richardson, artwork by Joe Podmore. This one was published by Hay House a few years ago. Okay, let me show you this one. This one doesn't have a guidebook. I've edged it. These are the fronts and these are the backs. So you get the messages on the backs. This is basically a self-care, self-love oracle deck with really good keywords. Here you have feelings, here you have speak up, as you see. And on the back of speak up, it says, if you avoid conflict to keep the peace, you start a war inside yourself. And this one, with feelings, it says, healing begins with feeling. Be gentle with yourself and tender with your heart. Love. So this deck, again, to me is a fall deck for some reason. To me, fall is a vibe. It's not just a season. I think to most of us, fall is a vibe. To me, all the seasons are vibes. This is very cozy. I love every single card. And the cards are matte. The tactile experience is good. Such a lovely, gentle deck. To me, this is not toxic positivity because this deck is supposed to do that. It's like going to a spa. I have this deck for 4 or 5 years. I bought it when it came out. And I've used it a lot. Next is the Anecdotes Tarot. This is an indie deck. These are the backs. I have edged them myself. Look how cozy this is. I love how this deck feels. I have printed this deck myself. So this one is created by StolenThyme.com. I will put it in the description box. So this was created by Eve Lepkowski in 2020. And she has put these images on her website. You can go and download the images and print it for yourself. So I have printed it for myself. on a really nice, very soft and high quality cardstock, and I'm so happy with it. My version doesn't have the keywords. I think they have two different versions on the website, one with keywords and one without. When I printed this deck, which was like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, 3 years I think this was the only version available. I'm not sure, I don't really remember anymore, but I'm very happy with this one. I can read it intuitively. I think it's better that it doesn't have any words and keywords and numbers. I really like it like this. Also the shape of the cards. This is super cozy. Also the way it feels in my hands. So this deck also comes out only during autumn. Next is Oracle of the Shapeshifters by Lucy Cavendish, artwork by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And this one was published by Beyond Words Publishing a few years ago. I have removed the borders. Like you see these brownish borders, they were all around the cards. I've removed the, oh yeah, I've removed it all around the cards. So the cards are now more tall. I really like this shape for this deck. Like it was more squarish. I love this one. This is my favorite Jasmine Beckett Griffith deck. Miss Spiderweb, reconsider your alliances, make new connections. It's very cozy and very fall, right? I really like it. I like the fact that it's glossy. The guidebook is amazing. So here we go. This is the guidebook. Lucy Cavendish's writing, which I appreciate a lot. And next one is the Wisdom of Trees Oracle, inspirational cards for wisdom and guidance by Jane Struthers, by Watkins Publishing. I love this deck. Look at the backs. So this deck is about trees. You see trees in all seasons, but to me, this is definitely a fall deck. Look at the banyan tree and coast redwood. You have different suits in this deck. That's why you see different borders on the cards. Do you feel the cozy factor here? I'm sure you do. Look at this, holy. Also the size of the cards, like this is shorter than your standard tarot card and much wider. So good. I love the cardstock. I've etched it myself. And even if the backs were not this art, it would still be an autumn deck for me. Look at the guidebook. It explains a lot. It teaches you a lot about the origin of the tree, the energy of the tree, and then the message. It's really cool. Really nice deck. It pairs very well with many different types of tarot and oracle decks. Oh, next is Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle by Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz. This one is illustrated by Tiana Lukowicz, I think is Lukowicz. So this one was published by Rockpool. You guys probably have seen it. This one is the cozy one. Look at it. This one was published last year. The moment it appeared on Amazon, I pre-ordered it. I was so excited about this one. I still cannot say which one is my favorite. I have 7 of them now. So far, all of them are out except for Ostara, which is going to be published in November, looks like. So yeah, this is Maven, which is the beginning of autumn. 22nd of September, I think. I'm quite sure Maven is 22nd of September. Love it. The messages are so good. Look at the backs and the gilding. Look at the guidebook. These decks are masterpieces. Every single one of them. Okay, next one is Woodland Warriors 52 card Oracle deck and guidebook by Jessica Rue. This one was published by Andrew McMill Publishing. I have trimmed this one as well. These cards come in large white borders and I removed them. I am very happy that I removed them. It totally changed the whole vibe of the deck. So I've edged it myself. Look at these bags. This is another mass market deck. It is super cozy. This is one of my coziest decks. So it is plant and animal energy. Like the keywords are combination of plant and animal energy. For example, this one, the wolf and rosehip. Together they create guardianship. The sheep and blackberry, together they create devotion. And I always pair it with another cozy autumn deck that I have. This one is, what's the name of this deck? Oak, Ash and Thorn. Published by Three Trees Tarot by Stephanie Burrows and Adam Ohlers. I think this is the first deck they created. And I am a big fan of their work. Look at the backs. This is an indie deck. Really high quality cardstock. It reads so well. I actually still want to get their other deck. They have a few other ones, like there's one with dragons and there is an oracle deck and there is another tarot deck. I really want all of them. So I always pair these two. Let me show you. Like most of the time I pair them together. Because look. And they read very well together. So here you have Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles with nourishment, the antelope and wheat. And it makes sense. They make sense together. But each deck also makes sense on its own. I cannot even decide which one is cozier. So good. Right? So this one is a mass market deck. This one is an indie deck. Oh, I love it. It's so good. If you don't agree with me about the cozy factor on any of these decks, please let me know in the comments. Because it is interesting for me when I hear an opinion that differs from mine. It's always interesting. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left. Inner Child cards, a fairy tale tarot. This deck is huge. The guidebook is really meaty and large. This is a proper book and it's written so well. This is for inner child work. It was published by Bear & Co. and it was created by Isha Lerner and Mark Lerner, illustrated by Christopher Guilfoyle. These cards are huge, like they are this much bigger than your standard tarot card. I am actually edging them. So this is fairy tale. Like here, this one, the High Priestess is the fairy godmother. The Empress is Mother Goose. The Emperor is the Emperor's new clothes. Hierophant is the wizard. The lovers are Hansel and Gretel. Chariot is Peter Pan. For strength, you have Beauty and the Beast, and so on and so forth. So you have all these fairy tale archetypes, and the color palette of this deck is very fall to me. I only bring it out during fall. I've worked with this deck a lot and I've put it back in order because I want to study it one day. So the suits are color coded. This is the suit of wands, suit of swords, and then you have the suit of hearts or cups, and the suit of crystals or earth. Super cozy, and the fall vibes are strong here. It's a very good deck for inner child work, like it is designed for inner child work. Okay, next is Cosmic Wisdom Tarot by Ethany, by our very own Ethany. This deck was published in 2023. It is an indie deck. The guidebook is incredible. Look what she has done. So here she explains every single item that is used in the depictions as symbols. So the guidebook is really precious. Not only that, but the cards. Look at this box. The backs, the gilding, and the images. Queen of Cups, the Devil. Let me zoom in. For some reason, this deck is very fall to me. Can you see why? It is very fall, like beginning of fall. And very cozy. It reads really well. It is very RWS. Look at these colors. So good. The cardstock is amazing. The tactile experience is really good. This is one of my favorite decks that was released since last year. It's amazing. Every single card. Honeyloo is also obsessed with this deck. I mean, she made me buy this deck and I'm so happy I did. Look at these edges. And this gilding is really high quality. Okay, we have 3 more to go. Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley, published by US Games. This deck has been there for some time. And the cards were this big. I have trimmed the borders. I've trimmed a lot of the borders, as you see. Because the fronts also had this border, I think. Something like this. This is a mass market deck. I've edged it myself. I've trimmed it, edged it. So this is a vintage, like vintage photos oracle deck. This deck works so well. It always comes out in autumn. Every single year. I have it for many years. And it always comes out in autumn. I play with it. I do a few readings with it. Every time I pair it with a new deck. But a recent deck that pairs well with this. This is a powerful deck, by the way. It reads well. It connects to my subconscious. It's also very good for ancestral work. Super cozy. I love it. So guys, don't forget to watch my next fall videos. There will be another 2 or 3. This one is The Golden Tarot by Cat Black, published by US Games a few years ago. I have trimmed this one as well. Let me show you. So these cards had these brown borders, like this. Had these borders. My copy is the first edition, I think. It is glossy because the new edition is in linen cardstock. But I really like this one. I like the glossy cardstock on this deck. I think it does it a justice. So this is medieval art that Cat Black has gathered. This is a great collage deck. This is one of the best collages I've ever seen. In my opinion, this is better than most collage decks. But I'm a sucker for medieval art as well. And I'm sure that affects it, but it is very cozy and very fall. This tarot is a very powerful reader as well. You wouldn't believe. I definitely recommend getting this deck and reading with it. I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous. And the guidebook is so good. The guidebook explains everything. It explains each part of the painting, where it comes from, and like you get a lot of information about the origin of these paintings, the names, the dates. I really love Cat Black's art. She's really a genius. So the last one, the very last cozy fall deck that I want to show you is for Axatar Tarot by MJ Cullinan. I have the indie version. There's also a mass market version of this deck that you can buy. I really like MJ Cullinan's art. These are the backs. I have edged it myself in this orange because it is so autumny to me. Look at these cards. Look at this. So, yeah. Do I even have to explain? Maybe it's because of the orange. Probably that's one reason that it has such a fall vibe, strong fall vibe to me. Also the cardstock is sleepy, but it's cozy because it shuffles really well. And I really prefer the indie version on this deck because of the bar here with the keyword. With the mass market one, they have not done a tasteful job with the bar. There is like this thick golden bar underneath the cards. Like it cuts the cards. I don't know, it doesn't really suit the cards. I mean, if you have that one, enjoy it. I'm just saying, please, next time, if you're watching the creators, the mass market creators, please pay more attention to the graphic design of the cards, because it's really a shame. These paintings are gorgeous. So yeah, this one is again another cozy fall deck for me. It has always been since day one. I only use it during fall. It reads well. And guys, this was it. I showed you 15 cozy fall decks. Don't forget to watch the next videos of the series. I'm going to show you my spooky season decks, and then witchy decks, and then dark decks. And all these videos are inspired by fall. Thank you so much for staying with me to the end. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share, and I wish to see you in the next one.